come the Bears. Here come the Bears. Here come the Bears. Oh, stand aside. Here come the mighty Bears. Stand aside. Here come the mighty.
G'day everybody, we're here with another Saturday with another Bears legend. I think everybody can gather who this one is. Thanks very much to Don McKinnon for joining Yasin Countrywide. Thanks very much, Donny.
Mate, pleasure, mate.
Yeah.
Happy to have a chat about football
Yeah.
any day of the week.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Just give us a rundown on how you come up, where you started, how you got to the Bears.
Well, my old man was president and played for Norths in the 30s and 40s and was president of the football club from the day I was born, 1955, until 70s. And footballing family. I was always going to be a Norths player if I was good enough. And I started off playing rugby with Willoughby in about 1964-9 at the time.
Wow.
There was no league teams in around the Willoughby area in those days, and I played a couple of years, 2 or 3 years of rugby. Then Willoughby Football Club decided they'd form a under 12 team, so me and a bunch of my mates who played rugby went and played for Willoughby Rugby League.
Right.
Club under 12s and under 13s.
Yeah.
That folded, so I went back and played rugby for another few years, and finally my old man said to me, mate, you're going to have to play rugby league, right? So
Yeah.
I went down to a training, coaching clinic at Primrose at Tunks Park. A whole bunch of McMahon's Point blokes there, and this is when I was 17, about to turn 18 the next year. And anyway, I said, they knew me, and I said, what are you doing next year, Don? And I said, I don't know yet. And they said, come and play for the Point. So I said, righto. Anyway, best move I've made in my life. I played for the Point. We won the comp 2 years in a row.
Wow.
I played Jersey Fleet and President's Cup in 73 and 74.
Yep.
Got graded in 75 and played a few years in the lower grades, under 23s, reserve grade. 1977 I played a couple of Cup game, first grade.
Yep.
And played in one of those Leagueathon games, remember, at the cricket
Oh,
ground?
yeah.
Played against St George at the cricket ground. That was my actual first grade premiership match.
Yeah, okay.
And back to reserve grade after that when Bill Hamlin come back from injury. And then later on in the year I played a first grade game against Penrith, also in the league beat. That was my first win in first grade.
Yeah.
And
So you won't forget that, Nari.
yeah, anyway, Mick Stevenson was playing for Penrith, and Bob O'Reilly was playing for Penrith, got sent off in
Yeah.
for coat-hangering poor old Goldie Walker.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, the thing I remember most about it was he got sent off and he gave the referee the biggest mouthful
Yeah.
you've ever heard as he was walking off,
Yeah.
He was a bit angry, But anyway, I don't know what he was complaining about. He actually, absolutely coating at Goldie. But anyway, and like most blokes who play football, you think they're nasty, but when you meet them socially, they're really good blokes. And Bob O'Reilly is one of those blokes. He's a really nice bloke. And played against him at Parramatta for the years after that, until 83. I think he retired at the end of 83 or something.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was in 1977. Next year, 1978, played first grade without a lower grade game until 1985, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, and maybe 86, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I played sort of 8 seasons where only first grade.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so that was it.
Yeah, wow, that's awesome. Yeah, so you played with some half decent players, did you?
Yeah, I did. Great players at North. When I first came up, Goldie, Bruce Walker, John Gray were playing.
Yeah.
We had it was good to play with those guys, but unfortunately John Gray and Bruce Walker and Mick Healy, who I also played with when I first came up to first grade, went to Manly in 1978.
Yes,
we looked like having a good side in 78.
Yeah.
Three of our best players go
we lost
to Manly, and we sort of struggled for the next 2 or 3 seasons. 78, I think we maybe won 5 or 6 games. 79, Tommy Bishop coached us, was disastrous. We only won 2 games. And 1980, Ron Willey came along and he's like a breath of fresh air.
So what was the different coaching styles there, Don, between the coaches?
Well, Tommy would have been a good captain coach. He's obviously a good captain coach because he got Cronulla to a grand final and he went up and captain coach in Brisbane, and I think they might have won a comp or got to a grand final or something. But he came to North in '79 and brought a whole bunch of blokes up from. He coached Illawarra the season before in the MK Cup, and I think they were beaten in the semi-finals or the final or something. And he brought a few blokes up, and you know, Alan Shepherd, Ron Henniker, Keith Rugg, and started them straight in first grade. You know, they were good players, but Keith Rugg, he made him captain.
Oh, okay.
You know, and you know, we've never met
a bit over the top.
Yeah, a bit over the top, and. He didn't particularly play that well either, and but we'd go to training, and Peter Craig is a halfback, and 1978 Peter Craig was one of the top try scorers in the company, an explosive running halfback. He wasn't a ball player. And Tommy tried to turn Peter Craig into a ball player, right? Instead of capitalising on what his skills, what his strength was speed and power. And he'd be at training and he'd push Peter Craig out of the way and do ball work with us. And I said to him, Tommy, mate, it'd be great if you're playing on the weekend, but you're not. Peter Craig's the halfback. And anyway, we did, you know, I'm sure Tommy's a lovely guy, but he wasn't the guy for us, you know. And we had a terrible season, and he quit before the end of the season, and we were pretty happy about it actually. And he went to Cronulla and coached Cronulla. He broke his 3-year contract at North, went to Cronulla, coached Cronulla, and Cronulla sacked him before 1980 finished.
Okay.
And they were a good side, but they sacked Tommy before the season had finished because he wasn't getting himself at Cronulla either. Anyway, can't take away from his football career. He was a fantastic player.
Absolutely.
And like I say, he probably would have been a great captain coach, but he didn't equate to his coaching at North Cronulla. But anyway, Ron Willie comes along the next year, and was, like I say, it was like a breath of fresh air. He brought a few good players along with him. 1980, and I think we definitely went better than we did the year before. And then in 81, he and Ken McKinnon signed Mark Graham up. Mark Graham's one of the best players ever played the game.
Absolutely.
And Simon Brockwell, Stan Jerd, a bunch of other blokes, and we had a really good year in 81 without making the semis. And then in 82 we finished third in the premiership and played against Manly in a semi-final, major semi-final at the cricket camp, and Paul McCaffrey, his ankle in something, missed in the first 20 minutes, and John Gray broke his wrist banging someone on the head in the first 20 minutes or so we lost two of our best players. We were leading at the time, and Manly ended up over the top of us, with us 26 to 6 or something like that. And then the next week we played the Roosters at cricket ground again in the knockout semi-final. And we really should have beaten them. We were a much better side than they were. But they got off to a 10-0 lead. And we fought back and ended up getting 12-10.
Unlucky.
Unlucky. We lost two of our best players. We had good replacements, but it's not the same. Anyway, I really think even if we didn't lose McCaffrey and John Gray, I couldn't imagine we would beat Parramatta, because Parramatta were just a fantastic side.
That was the top.
I think we would have been a good chance of beating Manly. Should have beaten the Roosters. I think Parramatta might have been a bit much to ask for us, but you never know if you got in the grand final with them, and things went your way.
Absolutely.
Anyway, it didn't happen. It was a great year.
And so, who was the best bear you played with? Toughest, best bear you played with?
Definitely Mark Graham.
Followed
closely by John Gray, and John Adams was a terrific player. All skills, should have played representative football. Chris Luckman, terrific player, should have played rep football as well. Chris Luckman. those guys played for a more successful club or a more influential club.
Yeah,
I'm sure they were rep football.
Yeah. Speaking of rep football, you had a bit of a dab at that, mate?
I did. I played City Seconds in '78. Scored 3 tries.
Yeah, that's
I was playing actually goalie Bruce Walker. Bruce Walker was in the team with me, and I was a reserve. They picked 2 reserves, and they put you on after half time.
Yeah.
So me and Peter Craig go on the second half, and goalie's playing, and he says, "Tom, look for me. If you need to get the ball, look for me." I said, "Yeah, right, I goalie."
Yeah.
Anyway, I scored 3 tries,
Yeah.
and anyway, coming to the dressing room, he said, "Why didn't you look for me?" I said, "I didn't need you, mate." Good on you.
Yeah.
Anyway, playing against country seconds, obviously it wasn't a great standard of football, but anyway, 3 tries I was, and I played again in '80 and '81, and City Seconds, kept on picking in City Seconds for some reason.
Yeah.
And then I played the last game of the first series, State of Origin, 1980 and '81 were one-offs.
Yeah.
'82 they decided they were going to do only State of Origin, so
Yeah.
I played in the decider of the cricket round. We got beaten 10-5.
Yeah.
But I had a good game, and they got me on the Kangaroo Tour as well as North American semis that year. So I went on the
Yeah.
'82 Kangaroo Tour.
So that was a good year for you, '82?
Yeah, great year. Yeah,
Yeah.
really good.
Yep.
Kangaroo Tour was a trip of a lifetime.
Yeah, absolutely.
Plus we played football.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
golf. A lot of golf as well. We
Yeah,
played a lot
okay.
of golf over there.
Yeah.
It was a really good trip.
So what was Wally Lewis like? You played with Wally?
Yeah, Wally's the best player I ever played with by a long way.
Yeah. Pretty smart man, isn't he? Well, he goes in football.
He had a lot of things going for him. He had fantastic ball skills.
Yeah.
He was pretty big. He would have weighed 14.5 stone.
Yeah.
He was pretty fast.
Yeah.
And he was tough as nails. He was
Yeah,
really,
absolutely.
really tough. He's a fantastic defender, and he was as good a defender as he was a ball player. He was fantastic. And unfortunately, he didn't particularly get on with Frank Stan, or the right for that matter.
Yeah.
He didn't get on with Frank, and Frank went with the Kenny Sterling combination instead of it was the established test combination was Lewis and Mortimer against New Zealand in that year, that same year, and in the first game against Hull KR he picked Kenny and Sterling.
Yeah.
Obviously it was a pretty good selection because went through undefeated, and Kenny had a great tour, and so did Sterling.
Yeah.
But I felt sorry for Steve Mortimer on that tour because, like I say, he's the established incumbent Australian halfback, and he only played about 6 games in the English section of the tour.
Right.
And Greg Kinescu, Queensland State of Orange player, played 2 games.
Yeah, right.
Frank, he wouldn't pick people, And,
Right.
he didn't like picking me either, I noticed. But maybe for good reason.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it was a great tour, and I had a really great time. But I just really would have loved to have played a test match on the tour, but didn't happen. No. Wally was reserve in the tests. He's on the bench. I think he played 1 or 2 tests. One in England and come on as a replacement, and in France I think he might have played a test in France as well. But he was a better player than that.
Yeah, absolutely. Any funny stories you want to share with us, mate? Any good ones?
Most of them are X-rated.
There must be some that you can clean
No,
up a little
well,
bit.
it turns out I found out a couple of years ago that I've got a daughter in Leeds.
Oh, wow.
From the Kangaroo Tour. I didn't.
Wow.
I didn't find out about it until about this time 2 years ago. My niece in Brisbane did DNA ancestry. The daughter, who I didn't know existed in England, Cara, did DNA ancestry.
Wow.
And found out that the guy she thought was her father wasn't her father, which is sort of. Anyway.
Well, congratulations on
thanks.
on your
Anyway,
daughter, mate.
anyway, they it all turned out good. She's got in contact with me and ended up coming out last November last year with her husband and my grandson Arthur. and met my legitimate kids, and
that's awesome.
we had a great time. We spent a lot of time together, and it was really nice. And since then, she's had another son. His name's Aiden. So I got two
more grandkids.
Two grandkids that I never bargained for. You know?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, it turns out that the father was a fairly average guy. So
Okay.
I don't feel so guilty about it now. But,
Yeah.
but anyway, it's a bonus to find out you've got a
Yeah,
daughter,
absolutely.
and she's lovely, really nice girl.
Yeah.
Husband's
Brilliant.
a good guy.
Yeah.
Brought mum out as well.
Nice.
We've known briefly in England.
Yeah.
She's nice as well. But anyway, and the two grandkids. Yeah, it's just a bonus. Yeah.
Yeah. Very good.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's. I'm sure there's
Yeah,
many.
that's great.
I'm sure there's many kids been sold
Yeah,
on
kangaroo tours, yeah, absolutely.
But anyway, my niece doing DNA ancestry. That's how it was discovered. So.
Well, yeah. How do I follow up with that?
I don't know.
That's awesome. Well, Donnie McKinnon, thank you very
mate.
much
Yeah,
for spending time with Yaslin Country
Yeah,
Wide.
good on you, mate. Good to
we
see you.
really do appreciate it.
Good to see we've got supporters in the Yass. It's really good.
Absolutely, mate.
I'm sure we've got supporters Australia-wide. But
They're everywhere. They're everywhere.
the big group in Yass. Good on you, mate.
Yep.
Like your work.
Thank you very much, Digger. We do appreciate it. Bring back the Bears.
I reckon.